first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second.
Second down, Bridgewater. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chain. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. It's Barkley on the counter. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders...
Bridgewater now on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. First down, Bridgewater. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on... Any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. And now Bridgewater going to turn and take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught, Shepard. And And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, here's Wentz. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. To throw, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To the air again with Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Go Delta.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a
Delta.
Bridgewater now. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And out now come the Eagles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 32 that time.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
This is Clement. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to him on 1st down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Ertz over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. An Eagle 1st down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Clement. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Wentz. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I like that. It'll help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
It. Super toe.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Bridgewater on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Bridgewater to throw it. Looking sideline, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit. And
down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Mike Bennett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down, Bridgewater. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Delta.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Trey Madden, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-3. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there. and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. A final shot before half for Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that if we need to, let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Wentz to throw. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, it's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Bashaud Breeland, the one that got him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's got room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Bridgewater. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Teddy Bridgewater, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A run, it's Clement. Fights loose. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing his Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third and long, it's Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And Elliott puts this one through. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. To throw, Bridgewater. He finds Beckham complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Barkley. Powerful running. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A handoff to Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he sheds a tangle. Now he's got some space. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Barkley already showing the ability to transform this Giant running game as they come up here on 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Get wide now.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And that pickup will be good for a first down. Give him 10 yards exactly on the quick slant. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just...
Oh, get right back on the line of scrimmage and hammer at him again.
Keep playing hard, Let's get it. Everyone's got 4 down.
On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Teddy Bridgewater with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 18 now. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
There we go, back man.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Charles Tapper in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Oh, another great move. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
This is Barkley, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on third down, as close to automatic as you can get, 9 out of 10. This is third down and 12. Now Bridgewater. Flush to his right. It's caught. Nelson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Going for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Wentz now to throw. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On the carry, here's Clement. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Wentz now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wentz finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Wentz. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and this is caught inside the 5. They give him a gain of 37. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott Good with a PAT. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. A win would be their first of the young season. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, it's back-to-back victory for Philadelphia. They, too, will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet him a bite, now lace in no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad, internet baggers, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin. Now the cutie, now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a